Time has taken its toll. Kids, they didn't stay here, they moved on to town, jobs, college and all that, so people moving to the big town and leaving the small towns. We used to be a thriving community. We had a school, we had 2 service stations, we had a grocery store, a thriving church, and we had a big church back in the day, and now it's down to maybe 50 to 40 people in church on a Sunday morning.
Pep, Texas, long ago dropped from most road maps, now suffers from a cruel partnership of time, weather, and gravity. And now, it seems, the last flicker of a heartbeat is St. Philip Catholic Church.
The church has been pretty much the foundation of this little community. Everything else is pretty much closed. I want to get in there and light that fire. I may have to turn that regulator up.
Ready?
Yeah, turn it up a little bit. Okay, hang on.
Hang on.
The one thing that hasn't died is an annual tradition that started when the boys from Pep came home safe years ago at the end of World War II.
That's pretty good. The outside of the building looks new. It's been re-skinned I don't know how many times, but the inside of the building's got a lot of history to it. It may look different now, but on the inside it is what it was when it was originally built. And we get our wood from these 2 awesome guys in Littlefield.
Every year, when the first cold winds of autumn push their way across the South Plains, Farmer Dale Damel leads his team of fellow parishioners behind the church, where they smoke thousands of pounds of German sausage from an ancient recipe.
You never quite know what kind of weather you're going to get. We've done this in the snow before, we've done it in rain, we've done it in wind and dirt.
You want it nice and kind of springy and a little sticky.
It's a beautiful loaf. This is how we grew up. This is our tradition. It's underneath that right there. It's all there, darling. So this is...
While the sausage smokes out back, the ladies gather in the kitchen for the other half of this decades-long annual effort.
Oh, that's perfect.
Mixing, kneading, rising, and baking
It's perfect.
300 loaves of bread from scratch.
See how pretty that is? Just like Mama used to make.
Well, it takes dozens of people and days of hard work to create 300 loaves of bread and thousands of pounds of sausage. But as the sun goes down in Pep and the smoke fills the air in an all-night vigil of shoveling coals, tomorrow will be their one-day sale, where people from miles and miles around will come and buy sausage by the pound and bread by the loaf. You see, it's only from the coals in the kitchen that Pep and its cherished church keep going.
We always pray and hope for new families to come in and fill in. So I hope it never dies. I mean, really. I mean, that'll be a sad day.
This is what keeps us alive.
We're learning from the older generation. We're learning from them, and we'll perfect it the way they did along the way, before it's just gone.
It looks wonderful. I think it did a good job. I was probably in my 30s, probably, and an elder came and he was wanting to teach me how to do the sausage, or he was showing me. He began to tell me certain things about the smoking, which I had no idea about any of that. I guess he had some faith in me, I guess.
And then I need 5 pounds for Miss Mary at Ludee's.
12 pounds.
1770,
All this is paid for.
and I got a 6455.
It's always a madhouse getting everything started. People drive from miles around here just to come to PEP on Wednesdays, pick up sausage and bread. So when you see all the people coming in on Wednesday,
Look at the crowd. What time is it?
6:30 we usually open. There's people already waiting at the door waiting to get sausage. And so that pretty much tells you that you've got a hit on your hands.
It's good. Believe me, it's worth it.
This is the best sausage ever.
I've got Amherst Co-op Gin. I've got to drop some sausage off there. I've got a few at the John Deere house. Not only work up here, but then I've got my deliveries I got to do yet too today.
We're buying $200 worth of German sausage for my daughter.
People coming in picking up orders that have been placed with them.
60 pounds.
Nearly $1,000 worth we're taking to Soudan and Muleshoe.
Half of this is going to Dallas.
They'll come from Lubbock, Levelland, all the communities around.
Well, I'm picking up about $800 worth of sausage right now.
We're at the tail end. I don't have anybody to take my place, and really I hadn't even thought about somebody taking my place. I hope we have the church here for somebody to take my place. Oh, excuse me. You know you've done a good job for the last 69 years for people to keep coming back and buying sausage in a little place in the middle of nowhere.
As it has for 7 decades in Pep, Texas, on one day of the year, tons of loaves and links will be sold out in a matter of just a few hours. Farmer Dale Damel may have cotton that needs to be stripped and Milo waiting to be cut, but for now, it's here where his heart and faith lead the effort to keep a tiny church and his hometown alive.
45 pounds of sausage. Headed to Lubbock. Maybe when I'm 80, some 25-year-old kid, I'll have to pull him aside and kind of teach him like I was taught and pass it on to another generation. And I hope that does happen because it means the church is still here.